Hey James, I wanted to leave you some feedback on essay three. As a whole, I think that you have a really good start on this paper. I like the direction that you want to take the discussion, and I think that with a little more development, this can be a really strong film review. So I'm primarily going to talk to you about editing for a clearer thesis, informal tone, and expanding the good ideas that you already have. Film titles, you want to make sure that you italicize them in MLA. So make sure that anytime you mention the title throughout the text, that you italicized it. Um, I think that you have good ideas in this paragraph. I want to see you reorganize this for effectiveness. So essentially, your argument is that the Joker takes the issue or takes the theme of mental health in the United States and executes it perfectly. This is a good thesis statement, but note that it's really in the wrong place. So this is actually, your thesis statement should actually end the introduction. So um, I want you to rethink your organization here. Um, you make this claim about themes, actor choices, and the surprise ending that make it good, but then you pivot into focusing on the theme of mental health. And the fact that your primary focus is on that, this sentence here is kind of misleading. So I would recommend either incorporating these ideas more clearly into your draft, or creating a clearer transition that helps the reader pivot, that even though these things are one of the reasons why the movie is so strong, you're primarily going to focus on this theme. And again, you need to end with the thesis statement. Uh, I think that your I think that your summary in this section works quite well. There's just a couple of places that you need to edit for clarity. I would just say Joker is about a failed comedian named Arthur Fleck that that is set. What you want to do is refer to setting, right? And most readers, I think, are going to be familiar with Gotham, so I would give a nod to the Batman world, that it's this fictional noir city. So this is a little awkward and informal. I would just do some revision right here. This second part of your or sorry, this last part of your sentence, the second thing in your list here, this is unclear. So make sure that you revise this. I think what you're trying to say is that he goes on a killing spree, and even one of his murders is captured on live TV. Um, but um, the reason why this doesn't work as it stands now is because you have a verb here and then you don't have a verb here. And so you have this set up in this clause to say he does something and he does something on. So something else. So I would say he goes on a killing spree and murders one of his victims on live TV. Does that make sense? So I want you to read this out loud and hear how this is an awkward phrase, and revise so you say he goes and second verb and then finish the sentence. So you need some revision here. Um, you're being a little bit too informal here, so get rid of back. So I would say when the film was released in 2019, right? So just rephrase here. And you can't say absolutely crazy because this is too informal. Revise this so you are being more formal. So talk about the praise that the film received, or the criticism. I really like what you're doing here, but you're being far too you're moving too quickly. And right, so this is a rough draft. So what you need when you're making these claims, you need to tell us what lengths was Arthur willing to go to make his point. So what specifically happened to him, and how does that connect to the commentary on how mental health is handled in the United States. Does that make sense? So this is really where you need to focus on for expansion. The claims that you make in here, you make solid claims, excellent claims, but there is no evidence to support it. Okay, so this is really where I want to see you focus for revision, aside from reworking your introduction and editing for those awkward phrases. And I think that if you focus expanding these ideas with evidence and linking back to your thesis, you'll have a solid discussion. All right, I really look forward to seeing this final draft. I think you got a good start here. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.